There are some cartoons that seem way too innocent, so sweet and harmless that you'd never question them. But today, I'm going to show you the disturbing truth hiding inside some of the most popular kids' shows. What if I told you that Bluey might have been inspired by a real tragedy? Or that Peppa Pig's original ending was banned for being too disturbing? Cocomelon. Cocomelon is designed to hypnotize kids, but what if that's the point? There's a creepy story that's been circulating around forums for years. Supposedly, a parent left their child watching Cocomelon overnight and noticed something terrifying in the baby monitor. At around 3:33 a.m., the screen started flashing. The Cocomelon character on TV wasn't dancing. It was staring directly into the camera, smiling, and then the screen went black. For the next 2 hours, the parent said their child was unresponsive, just sitting, eyes wide, whispering the same song over and over again. This theory is backed by people saying their kids have had full-on meltdowns after watching the show, not tantrums, screaming fits, like something was triggered. Is it just overstimulation, or is something darker encoded in the animation? Challenge: have you ever seen something strange in a cartoon? Drop the time code in the comments. I want to check it out myself. Peppa Pig.
Here's the scary truth behind Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig was diagnosed with cancer at just 2 years old and spent most of her early life in bed. She needed constant assistance and 24-hour supervision just to keep her alive. Peppa was a burden and embarrassment for the entire family. When her dad finally had enough, he got a horrific idea. He chained Peppa to her bed so she could never leave her own room. Years later, the parents had another child whom they also named Peppa. This Peppa replaced the original Peppa, who is still locked in her room. Now, if you Google Peppa Pig house wallpaper, something horrifying comes up. At first glance, this looks like a normal picture, but if you look closer, you can see the original Peppa still locked inside her room.
You've probably seen Peppa Pig before, right? Cute little pigs living their happy cartoon lives. But there's a dark theory that this show hides something terrifying. There's a viral creepypasta going around that claims Peppa Pig wasn't always meant for kids. In the original pilot, Peppa wasn't even alive. She was hooked up to a life support machine, suffering from an illness that her parents refused to treat. The theory says Peppa's parents euthanized her, and every episode after that is a dream in her mind as she's slipping away in the hospital. The twist? Some people say this version actually aired for a few seconds on an overseas channel late at night and was pulled within minutes. But one kid recorded it and uploaded it. And if you search deep enough, people say it still exists somewhere online. Challenge: if you've ever watched Peppa Pig before, I dare you to comment, "I saw her blink." Let's see how many people notice what I'm talking about. Bluey.
Everything you know about Bluey is 100% wrong.
Are you talking about Bluey the kid show?
No, it's not just a kid show. If you look closely, you'll notice Bluey actually has tons of dark secrets.
How dark could it be? They used blue healers to make the show.
And?
So blue healers were bred to help farmers with their livestock. They were trained to move animals by nipping at their heels. That's why the show teaches responsibility and problem solving.
It does teach valuable lessons, but some are pretty dark.
How?
So there's 3 things a lot of people missed, and it starts with the episode called The Show. This is when Bluey and Bingo were doing a performance about Chili's life. So Bingo was playing as Chili and pretending to be pregnant with a balloon. They were all laughing until the balloon popped. The dad reacted by grabbing Chili's hand. They're saying this suggests that Chili had a miscarriage.
I don't think that was directly about a miscarriage, but rather the thought of them losing a child deeply saddened them.
No, she 100% had a miscarriage, either recently or before giving birth to Bluey. But listen, the second one is pretty crazy. It's about Muffin and Socks. They're saying they might have autism.
Oh, that explains why Muffin is always erratic and Socks walks on all 4.
I mean, she's crawling on all 4s because she's a baby.
She's not really a baby.
Okay, just listen to the last one. It's about Indy's mother. If you notice, her daughter has a very restrictive diet. In one of the episodes, Indy says she can't have a sausage because of chemicals.
But I'm not allowed that.
But also, she can't have Poffertjes because of gluten, dairy, and sugar.
Oh yeah, that's why Bluey couldn't share her toffee apple with Indy, because it has sugar.
No, exactly. People are saying Indy's mom is obsessed with eating healthy, which forces her daughter to only eat things her mom deems as safe. That's why we always see Indy sad when she can't eat certain foods.
Bluey is one of the most loved shows by kids and parents, but something about it just feels off. Ever wonder why the show never shows Bluey's school in full, or why certain characters never appear again after just one episode? There's a theory spreading on TikTok that Bluey and her family are living in a simulation. It's why every episode resets. It's why there are no real consequences. Some users claim that they saw a glitch in an episode, where Bluey's shadow disappeared for 2 full minutes, but she kept moving. When they tried to rewatch it, the scene was changed. But it gets worse. One YouTube channel posted a breakdown of background audio in an episode and slowed it down. What they found was disturbing. The faint sound of children screaming, real children, not voice actors, and a deep voice whispering, "They're still here." Before we go any deeper, I challenge you right now. Try to watch this entire video without blinking. If you blink even once, you have to subscribe. Go on, I'll be watching. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Disney, you're not slick. I'm on to you. Now, I'm pretty sure, young or old, a lot of us know who Mickey Mouse is. He's the face of Walt Disney Studios and basically Disney's mascot. And with his iconic face and ears, Mickey Mouse is known across the globe as this harmless, peaceful mouse. Or is he? What if I told you Mickey Mouse must be stopped? And he's doing something very suspicious right in front of our face. Because we all know who Pluto is, right? He's Mickey Mouse's pet dog. But you know who else is a dog? Goofy. So why is Pluto the only dog on a leash? And bossed around by a mouse with gloves? Mickey is Goofy's best friend. Shouldn't Goofy be mad about this? I mean, Goofy does have a son, and imagine how he would feel if he found out his son was somebody else's pet. He wouldn't be okay with that. So you're probably wondering, why is Goofy and Pluto letting this slide? And the only answer I can come up with is that Goofy is dumb. And not only that, seeing your own race as a pet is normal in Mickey Mouse. Because a lot of sick stuff goes on in Mickey Mouse, especially with Donald the Duck, who you can see in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse feeding other ducks. As if he's not one of them, and they're just some wild animals. And not only that, there's scenes where he's eating his own kind. Like on Thanksgiving. Is that a turkey? I think that it's safe to say that there's cannibalism and slavery going on in Mickey Mouse. Why else is there animals with clothes on and the other one's not? Why else is one's race okay with the other one on the leash? Why else is Donald eating on a plate at home while other people in his race are eating off the floor outside? Disney, I caught you red-handed.
You'd never expect a classic like Mickey Mouse to be involved in something dark, but this goes way back to a lost episode known as suicidemouse.avi. This video supposedly showed Mickey walking through a city street in black and white. No music, just distorted background noise and distant screams. The video goes on for over 9 minutes, and Mickey's face slowly changes. His eyes melt, his smile twists, and then complete silence. It's said that an editor who watched the full episode started crying uncontrollably and never worked on animation again. Some even believe the episode is cursed, that if you watch it all the way through, you'll start hearing Mickey's laugh, even when nothing's playing. Challenge: if you're feeling brave, type, "I'm not afraid of the mouse" in the comments. Let's see how many of you actually are. Max and Ruby.
This is the darkest episode of Max and Ruby. You remember Max and Ruby, that innocent cartoon with the bunny siblings? But what if I told you someone hacked it and uploaded something horrifying? The file was called Max and Ruby 4. It started as a normal episode at first, and until some hackers added their own footage, Max started crying for minutes. No music, just him, staring at a photo of his parents. Then it cuts. Ruby's gone. Max is digging in a grave. His eyes were all black. His mouth was sewn shut. He opens the coffin and screams. Some say it aired once, at 3 a.m. on Canadian TV. Others claim they found it hidden in old torrents. But every time the file shows up again, it disappears, like someone doesn't want you to see it. There is also a lot of versions of the episode since they can't recall what happened. Some just say that it was only 5 seconds of Max having black eyes with blood coming out of them. And of course, this is a creepypasta. So this is not real. But people claim that this really happened. So no one really knows what happened that day, which makes it more scary.
Remember Max and Ruby? A sweet, calm show about two bunny siblings. But the original show had no parents. Ever notice that? No mention of where they are, no explanations, just Max and Ruby. There's a chilling fan theory that Max doesn't speak much because of trauma. Supposedly, he witnessed a car crash where his parents died, and Ruby was forced to raise him. Some early versions of the show even show Max playing with toy cars obsessively and drawing disturbing pictures on the walls. If you were brave enough to watch all these, make sure to stay the rest of the video and comment a watermelon emoji if you were...
This next one is even worse.
Lost Media, Part 1.
Song doesn't exist.
You can follow me on Roblox if you want. People claim that they heard this song, but it never existed or was being found. It started with a person named Carl92 uploaded the song on whatsatsong.com. The website helps you find the song you're looking for. When the song was released, it went viral and people became curious about it until it was uploaded in YouTube, but it wasn't the original, but the remastered version. People tried their best to find it, but they failed. But Reddit users found the unidentified song. The name of the song is Ulterior Motives, which is also called the Everybody Knows That. If you want to hear it, here I'll show an example. It came from a film which is not made for children's. The song is available on YouTube so you can watch it. That's all, and stay safe.
I actually do know a lot about this song, because it was trending on TikTok at one point. I can't believe it actually came from those type of movies. EW. But at the end of the day, the song is still great, so that okay, lol. This next piece of lost media will shock you. This one is actually a very real piece of lost media in Roblox. Many users in the comments claimed they never have seen this before, and the owner of the media did not use cheats to see this at all. This makes it more scary because I wonder what else is hiding in other games. Well, this next myth will answer that. Let's find out.
Never was lost. Never was lost. Never was lost. Never was lost. HMM, I'm not too sure about this. That's a dev scan. That's a dev scan. That's fan made. That's a dev scan. Never lost. Never lost. Never lost. Never lost. There's still footage of it. Never lost.
For the next game, let's try to recover this media. So this one is actually called Crazy Wizards. TikTok users were able to track it down and find the game easily. I'm honestly glad they did because it looks kind of fun. Maybe to me. I guess others might not think the same, of course. But you should give it a try. I think it's an older game as well. This next media piece made it, so I couldn't sleep tonight.
Who is 4NN1? 4NN1 stands for her real name, Annie. She was 10 years old when a YouTuber became friends with her. They got along pretty well until one day she started asking very disturbing questions like, "Have you tried raw dog? Where do you live? And do you touch rusty nails?" The YouTuber got scared and distanced herself from Annie. She would beg her to join her game, but she wouldn't, and a few days later she saw a red stroke across Annie's face. When she joined her, she didn't speak or ask any questions until she said, "It's hot in here," and immediately left the game. Then the sky went pitch black and the house was on fire. Apparently her mother was very abusive and would hurt Annie if she made any mistakes. One day she accidentally dropped a plate and her mother got really angry and killed her dog and fed it to her. Annie had enough and decided to light her house on fire, killing her and her mother. Legend says Annie's spirit is still on Roblox to this day, so be careful.
Annie is the scariest Roblox media if seen. Yet, would you rather talk to Annie or talk to a ghost? They're like the same. I don't even want to know who she is in real life.
Creepy Roblox myths. Grimblox. So Grimblox is usually depicted with a square-shaped center with tentacles growing around it, in geometric shapes. It is said one per year own Robloxian will bet playing with friends in a full server with 30 people or more people, when suddenly his entire game will turn black and they will be teleported to a brown and red room, completely dark, and they will see an odd thing in the top corner of the room. Only one selected player will see it out in the whole server. The players who listened to that player describe it said they described it as a big dark block with tentacles moving and coming from the center. The player also said that it was very grim, dark, and gloomy. The game began to catch on that players got suddenly disconnected from the server and never came back ever again. It is also said that Grimblox started out as a single block and every tentacle it has is the soul of a player that was unlucky enough to see it. Now that's really horrifying. Stay safe out there.
Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoy. Like and subscribe for more. Bye.